Now, a few months back, I started this series called The Cult, and I was speaking about the spirit worship that is taking place across the world, either from Pan-Africanists, Sangomas, everybody. And I wanted to show whether they are deceived or they are aware. These people are worshiping false spirits. In the first episode, you will remember, we spoke about Makazi and the ZCC spirit over there. And then in the second episode, we spoke about the pastors who are getting involved in all kinds of dojiman things, trying to discredit the Bible, the whole nine jazz. Now, as you can see over there, it's been about 5 months since I gave this episode or this series an update. But in this particular episode, episode number 7, I want to show that people are worshiping these spirits intentionally. Okay? So there are people that are worshiping the spirit out of deception, but there are people that are worshiping the spirits intentionally. But today I want to speak about this within the light of the entertainment industry, using a particular figure by the name of Azealia Banks. This lady once went crazy, I think about 8 years ago, if I can remember very well. Azealia Banks, if you were actually to look at the list of popular female hip-hop musicians, she is listed all up there. Okay, she is one of the most known female musicians out there. She's a hip-hop musician, to be specific, and Azealia once did something that left a lot of people cringing. It left a lot of people speechless. And it was when she revealed her history with witchcraft. And to be very clear, this lady knew exactly what she was doing with this witchcraft. And so I thought, let me rewind back to that when she mentioned this thing and when she spoke about this, so that people can understand. There are people that are deceived by the spirits, but there are people that are intentionally worshipping the spirits. Introduction, this is what she said.
Hit single.
You've tweeted sometimes about witchcraft, like very cryptically. Or do you practice magic? What are your favorite spells?
The egg spell.
The egg spell?
You cleanse yourself with an egg, right? Pass the egg all over yourself, praying for all of your negativity.
So there, she does mention that she got introduced to it because her mom was into it. Okay, here she's talking about what she liked about it and whatnot. Now, this would not be far off from one particular video that she would record on her Instagram, where they went to do some weird ritual over a grave for a cat, something along those lines.
Shot. So a lot of you guys don't know, but Lucifer the cat died.
So I don't know if they had a cat called Lucifer, and so yeah, she named the cat Lucifer. So he died, and now they were going to do a resurrection ritual for this particular cat.
3 months ago, and we had to put him in the ground, and we're digging him up for the very first time. The very first time, the real cat, the cat.
Very weird type of stuff that this girl was into. Now, they were there to do whatever ritual, whatever stuff, her and her friends and whatnot. But then, one of the most strange videos came out while after that, and it showed a ritual room in her house that she had, and this ritual house was torn apart because they would do rituals in there, and you can understand the red stuff all over the thingy. Yeah, that stuff was now so it was disgusting. It was all over the floor and stuff like that, and it was terrible to get off. And she did a video talking about having to clean this particular closet, which she had dedicated to doing rituals to, or to do rituals in, which she was trying to clean at this point.
Yes, you know I gotta scrape all this shit up. I got my sandblaster, my goggles, It's about to go down. Real witches do real things.
Real witches do real things. And so right there, she was about to, that was a room where she used to do all her rituals. And she had this. I don't know if it was in a backyard or if it was in a basement or what it was, but she was about to scrape this room. This girl was wild. You know, you would have thought maybe, it's only ignorant people or it's only in Africa. Now, the thing that I found quite interesting is that when she actually spoke about this thing, I don't know do I still have that video where she actually says how she got introduced to this stuff? Because it's when she was talking about stuff that her mother used to do that actually brings up how she herself got into it. And I thought it was quite an interesting one. I think it's this part here.
To go away into the egg, right? But usually you do it like when somebody's fucking with you to get like what the person is doing off of you. You crack it in the crossroad and you walk away and you don't look back. That shit works.
When did that start?
My mother practiced what you would call like espiritismo, like white table magic, prayers for the ancestors.
Espiritismo, I think it's a Mexican magic stuff.
And prayers to saints and cleansing and praying for protection.
Oh wait, what was
My
that?
mother practiced what you would call like espiritismo, like white table magic, prayers for the ancestors and prayers to saints and cleansing and praying for protection and all type of shit like that, you know? You know, my mother used to be doing like all kind of like, candles and crazy shit, and then she'd be playing DMX, like ironing my Catholic school uniform, like putting my little like Bible study book in my book bag, and I'm like walking out the house like, right, oh, duh, what y'all niggas want?
And so that's the kind of stuff she grew up on. Seeing her mother getting involved in prayers for saints, this kind of stuff that Catholics do, and also rituals or prayers to ancestral worship. Some type of ancestral worship prayers that she would do. And I'm guessing it's within the Mexican culture and stuff like that. And she grew up seeing that. And it influenced her to take magic very seriously all the way to her career in hip-hop. And so you can only imagine. Now, a person like this she was very open about it. That, I was into that. I was into all of that stuff. Now, I want to bring up the other ones as well. Like the other people that they were very clear about their worship of the spirits for their success, and they did so. They became successful, and they got involved knowing very well that this stuff is diabolic, is demonic, and stuff like that. They couldn't be bothered. Now, a lot of people would dismiss this type of stuff. A lot of people would dismiss these particular spirits being used and stuff. They feel like they just like what they like because they like it. But they don't realize some of these things or some of these people that are entertaining them are very diabolic in the things that they are into. And so in episode number 8 on the subject matter of the cult, I want to bring up the other musician. And I think, and the thing that makes it even more creepy is that other musician, he exposed this stuff, then he immediately died right after that. Right after he did that, he immediately died after confessing thing. And he was a very big hip-hop figure. The moment he confessed to being involved in cults, in the occult, or in devil worship directly. I'm not talking about, innocently, he didn't know. No, he was very clear and he had an intention with it. He says that he did it because he wanted the black people not to think cultism was what? Weird stuff, And so I think this is quite an interesting one because a lot of people tend to dismiss these things, or some people, they see the deception, but they will chuck it off to the side to, it's just coincidence. But when you see the careers of people like Azealia Banks, Now, Ama 2K world probably won't even know Azealia Banks because she was a musician way back then. Okay, her popular days have gone a little bit back, but there was a lot of people that was a lot influenced with her music in the 2000s. You know, she was a very successful musician back then, and to see, like, I didn't see this stuff back when I was in hip hop. I only realized this stuff way after I'd come out from hip hop. That's when I realized people were busy practicing witchcraft, like openly like that. And so on the next one, I want to bring up two particular individuals. On the next episode, whether I'll do it this week or next week, I want to bring up two particular other individuals who did witchcraft and demonic practices intentionally. They were very intentional, and they were practicing the doctrine and wanted the doctrine to influence the things that their media stuff. I think a lot of people just don't realize. Some people are into this because they believe it. The same way we believe in God, these people believe in this cult. The same way we believe in God, these people believe in these demonic things. It's just about the same faith. They believe it with all their heart. They are convinced about it. These people are, it's not just like, some of these people are not deceived. No, some of these people really hold a genuine hatred towards God. And they will not hide it. They don't hide it. They're very open about it. And I think that's a conversation many have not even seen. And I think that would be an interesting conversation for us to have. Azealia used to have a ritual room where she used to practice 3 years worth of rituals inside there. Animals, what, and all that kind of jazz that she used to do. And she is the one that was posting these things. She was not exposed like, oh my God, look at what this girl was doing. No, she posted the videos and said, I've been practicing this witchcraft stuff. I'm a real witch. And this is what my closet where I've been practicing this stuff looks like. People are scary stuff, man. But hey, people believe what they believe. It's the Reality Show with daily Christian commentary videos. Other episodes down in the pinned comments, and I'm going to check you out on a later on video. Some people are dead wicked.